Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back for another I Saw It in Somerset Studio Magazine. I am using the February, March, April 2025 issue. It's volume 29, issue 1, sorry. Today, what we're going to be doing is these fun, like, I kind of think of garden, you know, because it says so, and there's, I think it's an onion, and just all kind of naturey looking. I'm not going to be using sticks because I'm going to be making journaling cards, so I don't want sticks, but definitely you could do that if you're going to have them maybe as some type of wall hangings, or I don't know, a journal topper. A stick would be great. So yeah, just we're gonna play with this and see what we come up with. Oh, this I forgot to say, sorry, is by Lynne Moncrieff, I believe. Moncrieff. I'm probably not saying that right, but, and it's on page 144 of this issue. All right. So what I have is just some book page. That's going to be our background, whatever you want to say. And then I have a piece of, I don't really know what this is. I think it's just like a linen or something. I don't know. It's like a old table runner with lace and stuff on it that I have. But it has that same sort of look that other paper has. And once again, as I always mention, and I do this because I'm not trying to make exactly what they're making. I'm just doing my interpretation of it. And also, I'm never going to have like the same exact pieces that they have, of stamps or whatever. You know, it just doesn't work out that way. So the idea is see what you can create by being inspired by another person's work, basically. So I think what I do want to do is cover some of the background because it is so kind of bright white. And as I've always said, these book pages are often dollar store books and can have not super friendly language on them and things. So I don't write the books. I just use them for glue pages. But I do turn them into journaling cards and tags and all sorts of things. But I just want to cover some of it. Plus, I like this brown paper or old paper or something on there better than just that kind of stark white there. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing all well. I'm going to actually crunch this. I need to say hugs and blessings to Sandra, Teresita, and Tracy. Thank you guys so much for always joining and kind comments and all of those good things. I really appreciate you guys. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you who have followed me for a long time or short time. I appreciate all of you very, very much. Could not do what I do without you, so I appreciate you. So yeah. And then I have some stamps. I have some Stampin' Up! Ones. And then I have a mushroom that I want to use to go in my Faye journal that I've been working on. Because I thought might as well make something to go in there. So I'm going to use a mushroom for one of them. We'll just see how it comes out. Oh, I did this on the other side, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. So there's that piece, and then maybe some old, like this calculator paper. It's the color is more what I'm going for than anything. So yeah, we have sunshine today, and it is lovely. I went for a walk. It was fabulous. And as I mentioned yesterday, I probably won't be around a whole lot. Ooh, that side's good too. Next week. What am I going to see with this on here? Not much of anything. I'll for sure do video for Monday, which is 50 stack challenge, and then next Friday for the Somerset Studio. I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine, but a lot of the other days I may not be around. Hubby and I just have some stuff we gotta get done. You know how life is. Sometimes you just gotta like take a few days off and do what you gotta do. So that is what is happening, but nothing exciting or bad or anything like that. Just got to get some stuff done. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So that is what I have. And I will be stitching. But the first thing we need to do, I want to put a little color on this background, kind of like she did it in some of hers. Some she just went directly onto this, but I just want to put a little bit of, like, you know, marks and things on it for some color. And then we're gonna spray just a little water. Make that kind of spread out. And then I think I'll stamp it. And I'm going to use acrylic fabric paint. Now, I think you can probably do it with regular fabric paint, especially if it's not something that's going to be washed. But I just happen to have fabric paint, so I was like, I might as well use some of that. So that's what I'm using. And it's Arteza. Oh, don't tell me this one hasn't been taken off before. These are nice fabric paints, but sometimes the little plastic piece, that one came off very nicely, but doesn't always come off easy. So it's just a mess. So I'm just putting like a dab down. I might need more, don't know, but we're gonna see what we get. I just have a piece of plastic Mylar. And I'm going to just spread it out so that, you know, when I stamp the stamp down, it's a little bit more like a stamp pad, but it's paint. I might need a little more. I just think that'll work better than the stamp pad on this fabric. It could have worked great, but I'm just trying this. To get good coverage. This is a 1998 Stampin' Up! Stamp of this artichoke. It came with the whole set of like vegetables. So I have no idea if you can get these anymore or not. And I'm kind of going a little bit up more towards the top because I'm going to do the little words that say grow and all that. And you kind of, I like to hold it for a minute just because it's fabric paint. And that hopefully helps it soak in there a little bit more. I probably should go ahead and stamp the other stamp I'm going to use so that doesn't dry out. Okay, that worked pretty good. It could have been a little more, but that's okay. That's the only thing on fabric when you're stamping. You just, it's, you don't ever know how it's going to come out, really. And I'm just using black because that's what they used, or what she used. But you could use other colors, I feel like. I really don't know how well this one's going to come out because it's such fine detail. But we're about to find out. The other thing good by using that fabric paint is I can add other water and whatever, and it's not going to hurt that at all. I don't do a lot of stamping of fabric, so this is kind of all new to me too. Ooh, that actually came out really nice. Okay, I'm going to put this in water, and we're just going to start with these two, and we'll see where we get to. So I'm going to set this one aside for now. We're going to do this one first. I'm going to spray this with some, I want the shabby shutters or maybe the peeled paint. And that's like it. I don't want a 10 on there. I need to put the lid on my glue. And I feel like I need more. Probably should have done splatters instead of rubbing the side of it on there. But you live and learn with this stuff. Okay, and then the little piece, I have this piece that has the lace on it still, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to stamp, I think I'll stamp grow on this one. I could do plant. I might do grow on both of them. I don't know. And I'm using the same paint. I forgot about this part, so. And I'm just winging it, so it might not be perfect. And what I often do when I use these little block letters that, you know, we've probably all had at some point or another, is I kind of just move them up and down a little bit instead of trying to line them up, because inevitably they don't ever line up right. So instead of trying, I just wing it. Now I'll say that and they'll probably line up fine, but those aren't the best ones, but those were the only ones I had that I could find. All the letters, it's just been, I've had those floating around for so many years, but yeah, keeping track of all of them, it's not easy. There's little rusted safety pins. And to get the rest, I use 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 cup of white vinegar, and 1/2 cup of hydrogen peroxide to make stuff rest. Words. The only problem is once they're rested, they're hard to poke into things, because obviously the tips aren't, not that these little ones are ever fabulous for it anyway, but, and if you're smart, you'll probably let everything dry first. That's always advisable. And then I think if I spritz a little water on there, might get some of the rest to come onto the fabric. I have no idea where this one will get used, but it'll eventually find a home. And it's still a little wet, but we're gonna set that like that, and then I will stitch around that, and I'll do that and then I'll show you. But there's one. So I mean, they're really pretty simple. I even did this one out of colored paint just to try it, and I like the look of that one too, and that might end up in the fairy journal. I just used leaf stamps and had little berries kind of like that, and those are old Stampin' Up! Stamps too. But let's do the mushroom. Got to do our little bit of a background first. Kind of like this. This was paper that my aunt made. It's nice paper. Nice handmade paper. kind of lumpy bumpy, but I think it'll be fine once it's all stitched and everything. If you hear crashing around, my husband's working in the garage. Yeah, we got friends we're gonna see and stuff next week, so just have stuff going on and don't want to miss videos, not let you guys know what's happening kind of thing. I actually need to put something under here first. That would be smart since that paper's thick. Yeah, these are fun. You could make up a whole bunch of these, I feel like. And just have them ready to go. Because you can keep them simple enough that I think they would go in a lot of journals. I don't feel like you'd have to have a specific place for them. They'd be fun to do for like cooking journals or things like that too. If you had the vegetables or fruit or whatever. Summertime. Or if you have like a gardening journal, they would be cool in that. Or like I'm using the mushroom for the Fae journal. Just a little something on the background. I might trim that because it feels like a stick. It's so thick. Right there. A piece of straw or something. I mean, it's cool. I might leave that one. That one's okay because it sticks out the top. Yeah, I think that'll be right. I cut these on the Tim Holtz decal trimmer, but you could definitely use some kind of cool corner punches or all that. These also would be fantastic card toppers, Barbara. Okay, for this one I have a piece of green fabric. I just wanted a little color. And then another piece of, this is a different scrap of fabric, but it'll work fine, I think, I hope. And for that one I might do plant, even though we don't really plant mushrooms, but we're just going with it. That's what I have. So I don't love the font on the Grow one. And I couldn't find enough letters for Grow for this font. What I do with my paintbrush? I put it in the water, and I even said that. I think it works well to spread the paint out. I know you do end up wasting some paint, but otherwise it gets too gloppy on these. Yeah, I like these ones better. I don't know where they all went to. They ran away. Probably used them at one point and didn't put them all back, because I'm good at that. Plant. Yeah, I like the way that one looks better. It's much better. I might, just for the fun of it, do a paper clip, and then once it gets stitched, it'll be fine. But I'm also going to put some glue on it, just to make sure. But you could definitely use, obviously, another safety pin. Maybe this one. I will put glue on this. Actually, probably gonna have to do that on. Did I do that on the other one? No, I pinned it to it. That's right. Yeah, my brain. My husband's tearing down the crush. Okay, and then that'll get stitched around. So those are super fun. Might have to do another one since we got plenty of time. They don't take long. I'm actually pleasantly surprised because some projects they take a minute. I mean, I did have them prepped, so that definitely helps, but because now you're gonna have to watch me cut more. I might do another mushroom one. This stuff doesn't tear very easy at all. So I just kind of cut it messy. I don't try to cut it straight. Because I'm not worried about it. Yeah, that's some tough fabric, man. It's old and it's tougher than nails. Get some more paint ready. I think I might do another. Oh, I already said that. Sorry. Mushroom, yes. It's the whole did I think it silently or out loud? Did I say it out loud or did I just think it? Yeah. Let me see, I need to grab mushrooms. I might try one of these. I don't think these aren't big enough. This block is not big enough. Hold on just a minute, sorry. And these ones I got on Amazon because I get asked every time I use them because they are pretty cool. Because it's kind of like a whole collage of, as you can see there, mushroom and background and all the things. All the things. I apologize. He's very loud down there. If you can hear it. I don't know. You probably can't hear it. He was right below me, so. I'm just painting a little bit because I feel like, I hope that doesn't. This might be a mess. We're gonna find out. Yeah, he's moving all kinds of stuff around because we're gonna move the glow forge down there because he likes to cut wood on it, and I don't ever cut wood, and I can't. The smell is just too much. We have, like I said before, vented and all that, but it's just kind of wild smelling. Oh, that actually came out really good. Yay. I don't really have room for a word on there, but it doesn't have to have a word. Not all of hers had words. I could add just some bits of something. Something like that might be fun. Let me see what else I have. I have a big mess of fabric. That's what I have. I just want a little of this green. Oh my goodness. Well, I always said it was quiet around here, so I guess it's my own fault. Okay, I gotta see. This will be kind of a narrower one. It could even be a tag. And I'm just winging the size, as you can tell. I am not doing any specific sizes, so just if you're gonna make some, just make them whatever size works for your journal or whatever. I mean, obviously you probably don't want to make them so big they're not gonna fit in a journal. That's not helpful, but if you make journals, you know roughly like the size that will work for stuff usually. Use a piece of this. And it's got a white edge too, but it's okay. That's probably not very helpful because this is bigger than that, but I can scoot it to one side and add some other paper. Just to have that little bit of color back there is kind of what I'm going for. I'm not going for being able to see every detail. As I'm sure you can see. Okay. turn it this way. I can just tear it. That doesn't need a whole lot of inking. I'm going to need another glue already. I am mowing through the Scotch Permanent glue sticks. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh, my page is coming apart, which is pretty common for these glue pages, because if you think about it, you know, you just glue on it so every little inch doesn't get glue. And plus, after they sit for a while, sometimes they start to come apart. Okay, so let's put some colors or something on this one. What do we got? We got some yellow. That's wild honey. There's definitely doesn't have to be any rhyme or reason about these, as far as putting a little color on, spray it, drip it, whatever. Where did I put those little bits of fabric? Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm sure if it was a snake, it would bite me. Seriously. Oh, you know what else I could put is like... Sorry about my reach here. These kind of things, like a label or something. I seriously don't know where I set that fabric. Oh, wow. There's this. There it is. Sitting right there. I think I'll staple that one on. If I can find my tiny attacher. See, we keep moving everything now in here, and now I can't find anything. Oh my goodness. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I apologize. It was where I thought it was. I just didn't see it. It was where it was supposed to be. It's just in the bottom of the basket instead of the top. And it'll get caught when I stitch around there too, so that will be fine. These are probably just gonna have to wait until I stitch, is what I'm thinking would be the easiest. I guess I didn't need to come back. I should have just paused and done these, but I will pause again, stitch these. Do I want this on here? This one. It's a lot of mushrooms. I do like the color, but All right, I'm going to stitch and I'll be back. Okay, I am back and I have stitched around, and you can see I did back and forth and kooky, like bigger zigzag, smaller zigzag, just whatever. And then I came back and just did the sides of that just to make sure it stays, because it didn't get caught in the original. The one thing I forgot to do is back these, so I'll have to go over them, but I'll use like a cardstock and that'll cover up the stitching, so that'll kind of be better anyway for writing. So there's that one. And I have strings everywhere, strings everywhere. This one. And they're kind of loose because I didn't glue them onto the paper, and like this one's a little puffy because of the paper underneath, but I like it. Like, I don't think it detracts from it. I think it's interesting. And this one did get caught on the sides a little more, and it's glued down, so it'll be fine. And then the last one, I just stitched right through that whole thing. So yeah, those are very, very fun. So again, we have, I think hers might be a little grungier. Well, this one's pretty good, but these are hers. Like I said, I wasn't going to use the sticks. I don't have any at the moment. I mean, I guess I could go out and get some, but I know I won't want them on there because I'm going to use them in journals. So I don't want that thickness of that sticking up right there. But again, that was Lynne Moncrieff with these Wild Earth images. A cool thing she did is she stitched like up to this dried flower bud, or whatever you might want to call it. And I think some of them, yeah, like she did the hand stitching around the stick. So if you like to hand stitch, that would be a cool thing to do. I just did different machine stitching because I'm not great with hand stitching. But if you like to do that, then that would also be a really cool added bit for it. And I like to leave strings. I mean, that one I didn't want, but I think that's fun. So they're definitely fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you Monday. Love ya. Bye.